Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you're new here, today I want to talk all about cloth diapers. I want to give you guys a review of the GROVIA cloth diapers, which is what we use. I have a 7-month-old baby and we've been using these for 6 months straight, ever since he was out of that newborn phase. And so I feel like I have a pretty good handle on how they hold up and if I like them. Spoiler alert, I do. And so I'll tell you guys all about these. These type of videos were so helpful to me when I was wading through the endless information on the internet about cloth diapering. There's like 12 different kinds of cloth diapers, more than 12 different brands. It's a lot to figure out, especially when you're thinking about the health of your baby and what materials are best. I'm here to help you out, Mama, if you're figuring that out. And so I'm going to tell you at least why I really like GROVIA and why they have been really great for us. So let's get into it. Okay, so you probably already know that there are so many different types of cloth diapers, like I said. So let me show you the ones that I picked. I got 2 and I'll tell you why I like both of them in different ways. So again, the brand is GROVIA, G-R-O-V-I-A. So I picked out the all-in-ones and the hybrids. So I think I got 10 of each, so I think we have 20 total, and that's more than enough for full-time cloth diapering. So we'll start with the all-in-one. Let me just show you like how it's structured. It has the adjustable buttons for all the sizes, so obviously it can start after that newborn stage, so probably like a month and a half or 2 months. You know, it can start really small, and then same with the edges, it has buttons to make it bigger and smaller. And so at this point now, Brecken is 7 months and he doesn't need any of the buttons anymore. So it's like this, and the reason they say it's an all-in-one is because every piece is connected. It looks like this. There are 2 flaps. This one is sewed in and the second one snaps on and off. And so it kind of goes like that, and you fold it down and it's all in one. So a reason people say that they like this one or this style, a benefit to it is that it's a lot slimmer, it's less bulky, which I do find to be true because if you can see, it snaps, and I'll show some footage of this, but this front part snaps over the buttons. So this front part just makes everything really smooth and it's not very bulky at all. So I do like that about this one. I feel like the waistband is really nice and really stretchy, and I feel like it's comfortable. Obviously, I don't know, but I feel like it is. The buttons are really strong. I've heard people say that about these diapers as well, that like even their toddlers can't get them off, which can become a problem. As far as the materials, it says 100% organic cotton, and then for the inner layer, for those both inner layers, and then the outside, which would be just like the gray part, anything you see that's gray, 100% water-resistant TPU, and so this is a form of polyester, which isn't amazing, but it's honestly impossible to find cloth diapers without it, unless you're gonna do like the full-on wool cover and, you know. TPU though, after I looked into it, it's a lot cleaner, and in my research, is the least toxic alternative I could find when it comes to a waterproof outer layer. So the unique thing about TPU is that it's a laminate, and the way that it adheres to the cloth is through like a heat process, like a high heating process, rather than a process using formaldehyde, which is actually pretty standard when it comes to creating like waterproof materials. And I don't mind as much that it's just the outer layer, it's nothing that's touching the skin. I love that it's 100% organic cotton on the inner. Maybe the one downside I would say about these is they kind of just take up a little more space. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a lot, but they take up a little more space, especially when they come straight out of the dryer. It's kind of just like a lot of fabric and pieces. And so it's honestly not that big of a deal, but it just takes a couple seconds to kind of fold it up and put it in a drawer. So this whole thing goes in the washer when it's used, as opposed to the hybrid, which I will talk about next. Here's the design of the hybrid. Again, it has all of the buttons, and this one, the closure is from the sides rather than the front. This one is called a hybrid because it has the shell and the inner layer. Again, this is 100% organic cotton, and then the outer shell is that TPU. And so this snaps in, which I love. It doesn't just sit in there, so because it snaps, it doesn't slide around or anything. So it snaps in at the back and the front, and that's all there is to it. And so, yeah, you can change this inner shell through the day, as long as like the outer shell isn't wet or anything, which to me it's kind of like a 50-50. Sometimes, like if it was a number 2 diaper, the whole shell is going in the wash, like there's no saving it really. But sometimes it's completely dry, and so I get that benefit to it. It has this material that's really good to keep more moisture away. It like kind of wicks the moisture out. And so I find it does an okay job at staying pretty dry. And so then all I have to do is throw the shell in the washer. So as far as space that this takes up, like as far as bringing it in your diaper bag, dealing with the wet bag, these are way more compact and just simple. But I don't mind either of them. So I guess it's not really a pro and con, it's just a difference between the two. And this one, the closure comes around the front, which makes it a little bit more bulky, but I honestly can't tell that much of a difference. It doesn't really matter to me. One of the things I love about these diapers, and both of them, is that we don't deal with problems with leaks, and he can go, 4 hours in a diaper. Like basically the amount of time you could go in a disposable, he can go that long with no problems with leaks, no troubles at all. And I think this is great because that's a common complaint with cloth diapering. It can be hard to figure out the leaking problems. And I think part of that is because there's so many adjustable buttons to get the perfect fit for your baby at exactly what size and stage they are at. The only thing is overnight, these aren't great. But if you can tell me a cloth diaper that doesn't leak overnight, drop it in the comments below, because I really don't think it's easy to figure that one out. So we just do disposables overnight. We use the brand Diaper, and that's great. I'm not really gonna lose sleep over trying to figure out how to make these not leak at night, because I've actually already done that. And yeah, so just to save the headache, we don't do these at night because they aren't great for overnight, even with the boosters, which, let's talk about the boosters. The boosters are just basically an extra absorbent organic cotton strip that you can add into the diaper, and you can layer these up. Honestly, I just don't really have the need to do this because I'm not really going the route of doing these overnight. As far as how these have held up and everything, like I said, I've been using them for 6 months straight. So that's not forever, but it's not a week. They've held up great, and I don't follow the directions, okay? I put them in the dryer, which is something you probably shouldn't do if you want longevity with these guys. So I'm probably gonna stop doing that now that I've told myself that. But that to say, it's not the end of the world either. I haven't noticed any problems like strings coming disattached or anything. I notice mild pilling, like on this inner piece. That doesn't really bother me. I feel like that's to be expected with this type of fabric. It could be because I put them in the dryer. But for me, I just don't actually have the time to line dry them or the space outside. It's actually not even legal in my neighborhood to have a clothesline, which is its own problem, but I would do that if I could. On that thought, in the dryer, these, along with the gray ones, like a full load of 12 to 15 of them, they'll be dry in like 70 minutes in the dryer, but that's with a lot of them. These, I will say, dry slower. So the inserts, because it's that double layer, I always find that these are a little bit more damp than the gray ones. So, because the gray ones are more spread out. And so, yeah, I love GROVIA cloth diapers. If you are on the hunt for the best cloth diapers, I love GROVIA because they make their diapers using organic materials, which is most important to me in a cloth diaper, because your baby's living in that 24/7 or 12/7 if you don't do them overnight. But to me, it's important that your baby's wearing organic cotton rather than plastics and materials that are bleached and processed with toxic chemicals and things like that, which sadly is super commonplace in the diaper industry. And so that's the biggest thing I love about them. They've held up great. They are cute. I mean, I'm just not into like all the colorful patterns and stuff, so I just love that they have neutrals. We just got 10 of these and 10 of these. I love them. I can use them for all my kids if I stop putting them in the dryer. They're fine for either a girl or a little guy. I love them so much. So if you have any questions about these diapers, I'd love to answer them in the comments. I know it can be an overwhelming search, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents here to say that I love GROVIA cloth diapers and I've been nothing but pleased with them. The quality, the absorbency, the function, the durability, everything. I found that they're clean and just really effective at cloth diapering. And so we've had an easy, really seamless cloth diapering journey so far using these, and I would highly, highly recommend them. And that's it for today's video, you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope that I helped you in some little way if you were on this search or on this journey. Let me know in the comments if you have done cloth diapering and what you use and what you love, because I'm always up for learning, and yeah, we're in this together. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in a video soon. Okay, so quick dad perspective, which color do you like better?
Okay, I like this color better, but I don't like this diaper better. So here's my perspective. Here's what I think. This is stressful to me because there's so many pieces here. Like you got a baby who's covered in poop or whatever, and he's like rolling. Brecken's doing this, like he runs over when he's like needs a change or something, and so you're like holding the legs down and whatever. And so not only do you have to like get the diaper set, but you have to get the flap right, and there's another piece, and you have to make sure that's down. And then once you, then you put him on it, and then you go up, and you're holding, and he's twirling, and then when you get to this part, it's just you have 2 buttons. You have to go 1, 2, and then you have to go 1, 2, and then hopefully it's on. Just like stressful.
Too much work. Okay.
I like the color better, but this
Less work.
so much easier. It look just 1. Oh, so just you take the button, boom, boom. Maybe it even came like this. So what I love about this more than these, I get that this is 1 piece, but like if he pees or something, it's like I don't have to get a whole other unit. I just take this thing out and I get another one, throw that in, and that's easy. So I feel like you only need to buy like 3 shells.
That's true.
You can get like 15 of these instead of spending the money to get like 15 plus of these.
That's a good point. It's a lot more cost effective to do the hybrids. Yeah.
I think that is so much easier. So
boom. Thank you for your
I would recommend
perspective.
These, whatever brand this is.